Alright everybody, what's going on here? Welcome back to another FIFA World Cup qualifier prediction video. So let's do the prediction video between the match Wales and Austria. That's right. Now, starting off with the Wales national team here, not counting the Euros and the international friendlies in their last 7 World Cup qualifier games, Wales have gone undefeated. That's right. And as for Wales, obviously best player on their squad is still, in my opinion, Gareth Bale, just because you saw what Gareth Bale was able to do with them at the Euros. Just goes to show you, man, that Gareth Bale is still a very important player for their team. But besides Bale, the second best player on their squad, in my opinion, is without a doubt Aaron Ramsey, just because I think that Aaron Ramsey is single-handedly the driving force behind that Wales team. So I personally think that for Wales, in order for them to try and maybe get a win, they're going to have to hope that either Bale or Aaron Ramsey has a really good game. So for Wales, I think it's going to be a tough game, just because I think that Austria here will have the advantage over Wales in terms of talent, consisting of really good players for their team like Marko Arnautovic, and up-and-coming Kalajic, and also you look at David Alba. He's having a really great season with Real Madrid so far. I just think that Austria are going to have the slight advantage over Wales, because the biggest thing about Wales is that how will they be able to slow down Austria's front attack. I think that's going to determine whether or not Wales can get that win over Austria. But you look at Austria's football team, man, just Marko Arnautovic and David Alba, they are without a doubt, in my opinion, 2 of their best players on the national team. But if I had to pick who's the best overall player for Austria, I'm going to say David Alba, just because, he's been so instrumental for Austria, especially in their Euros, that I think it's safe to say that David Alba hands down best player on the Austria national team. But however, the main difference here between Wales and Austria is that Wales have had the better overall qualifying campaign, but you look at Austria's football team, they kind of struggle in their qualifiers here, particularly in 4 of their last 8 World Cup qualifier games. Austria have struggled a bit against teams like Denmark, in which they ended up losing 4-0. Then, for Austria, they ended up losing 5-2 to Israel, and then losing 1-0 to Scotland, and then losing to Denmark again. However, despite them losing all those games, they were still able to squeak out wins over teams like Moldova, Faroe Island, and then playing Israel in their second leg. Austria, they were able to win 4-2 and then 4-1 over Moldova. So Austria, they scored 8 goals in their last 2 World Cup qualifier games, which was enough to help them secure a playoff qualifying spot. So right here on a paper, despite Austria having the slightly more talented squad, in my opinion, compared to Wales, Wales' World Cup qualifying campaign has been way better compared to Austria's. But I don't think that's going to matter in this game, because all that matters is who will show up. And as for Austria, obviously, one of their players that I think is going to show up in this game is going to be Marko Arnautovic, just because Marko Arnautovic, whenever he gets momentum, whenever playing in these types of Austria games, he can go on scoring sprees. And obviously, you combine the up-and-coming talent of Kalajic, I think it's going to be a very, big task for Wales back four to see how they can contain the talent of Marko Arnautovic and Kalajic if he's going to be playing. But if I had to pick here, I'm going to say 2-1 for Austria. I think it's going to be one of those games where Marko Arnautovic, he's going to have a really good game, and I don't see Austria losing to Wales, just because I think Austria has the slight edge here over Wales. But hey, Wales, they can still put on a show over Austria. But my final prediction, 2-1 Austria. So ladies and gents, let me know what are your thoughts on this game in the comment section below, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.